Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We'll see the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the San Antonio Spurs. And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. They've got Miller, and it's Jones in at the 3. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Stoudemire. Parker defending. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Ginobili. Pass to Muhammad. Here's Ginobili. Lets it go from deep. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Memphis with the ball. Outside Jones. Gasol passes to Stoudemire. And it's all from three-point range. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Here's Ginobili. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Ginobili's gone 1 for 2 from deep. Here's Stoudemire. Parker defending. Gasol, a screen on Parker. Stoudemire. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Parker outside. And it's Battier with a rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Here's Miller. Here's Gasol. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Pau Gasol taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. On offense, here are the Spurs. Here's Ginobili. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. No good there, off the double clutch. Ginobili's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Here's Stoudemire. Here's Jones. Soft touch off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
San Antonio again can't hit. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Gasol finds Jones. Back to Gasol. Pass to Cardinal. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by San Antonio. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for San Antonio.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Jackson. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive assertive move there?
And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
The previous play is under review.
You have time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So no change in the score as we end the quarter.
Good move to review that.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies up 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Memphis.
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And it's Ori in at the 3. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Jackson outside. Here's Warwick. Takes it inside. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Barry. And he buries his first look.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Memphis trailing here. Here's Warwick. The rebound by Duncan. Here's Udrih, defended by Jackson. The 3 is up. Sends it home from three-point land. Barry's got 5.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
The putback. Warwick. It's good on the putback.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Massenberg into the lane. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's got a knack for finishing inside. That's easy money.
Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Jackson. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
San Antonio with the ball. Pass to Udrih. Here's Duncan. Here's Barry. Knocks down the long J. Barry's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Spurs foul. Beno Udrih.
So both teams making some changes here.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And with the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Here's Stoudemire. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Jones. Miller outside. Pass to Stoudemire. Shot clock at 5. Gasol, a screen on Parker. Here's Stoudemire. And again, it's Memphis missing. San Antonio leading by 5. Here's Ginobili from the arc. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Gasol. And he banks in the layup.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Spurs. They lead by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Grizzlies ball.
On the court for Memphis, they've got Miller, and it's Battier in at the 4 slot.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Ginobili, the pass to Duncan. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Duncan's got 6 points.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Beyond the arc. And the basket by Bowen. Bowen's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, that's a great time to pull up and shoot the 3 in transition. The defense never had a chance to set up and get a hand in his face.
Spurs foul. Tony Parker. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Stoudemire. Count it.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
San Antonio leading by 8. Back to Parker. Duncan, the pass to Ginobili. Off the mark there with a 3. Ginobili's gone just 1 of 5 from deep here.
2 minutes. San Antonio foul. Tony Parker. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Back to Miller, pass to Stoudemire. Clock at 6. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Stoudemire's got his second bucket of the night. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Bowen. Here's Muhammad. Checked by Gasol. Pass to Bowen. The 3. Pure from 3-point range. Bowen's got his second basket.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Memphis calls timeout.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Jones. And he jams it home with authority.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Muhammad. Here's Horry, defended by Jones. Here's Ginobili. Tries again. Duncan, the pass to Ginobili. Here's Horry. Connects from downtown. Horry's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Warwick, no good. Spurs lead by 10. Here's Ginobili. He's got 5. Duncan. And a miss there on the triple. Left side Jones. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
And so the San Antonio Spurs finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's Bowen in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Pass to Stoudemire. Gasol, a screen on Parker. The shot by Stoudemire, no good. San Antonio leading. Here's Ginobili. Looking to get back on track. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And then Gasol with the jam.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass. A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Stoudemire. Oh, got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
San Antonio foul. Tony Parker.
Timeout, Grizzlies.
First team foul.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I was able to catch the message that Memphis's coach was giving to his team. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
That puts them over the foul limit with plenty of time left. They have to be careful now.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Grizzlies trail by 10. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Parker. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
At the line for your Spurs, Tim Duncan. Shooting one.
And that one misses. And so it's Memphis with it. A minute 29 left in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Here's Gasol. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Memphis. Pau Gasol. 2 shots.
And he drops a first. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
In their position, they really need to cash in on every chance at the line.
Pass to Bowen. To the left wing. The 3. On target from range. Bowen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Duncan, defended by Jones. And he gets that one. And the Spurs lead by 16.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Stoudemire. Uses the glass on the layup.
Stoudemire.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Now Parker. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
Yeah, and this is not what they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and their opponent is at the line.
Fourth team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, Eddie Jones. 2
The
shots.
first free throw is good. Jones hits them both. Six seconds separating the shot and game clocks. For three, Smith. The shot, no good. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. Down by 12. There's Jackson with the three. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. From deep. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game.